Welcome back to Jeffreys Bay and the Eastern Cape Morning Live on our election roadshow, and here we come. Just such a beautiful group that's here for us this morning, Mothers of Heritage, and thank you so much to them for being here and providing the music for us in this magnificent environment, I must tell you. Jeffreys Bay is still such a charming, beautiful town, and it's got so much history, but I'm not going to tell you about the history. I'm actually joined by somebody who's lived here his whole life. You saw him in the insert, Robbie Hift. It's good to have you on the program. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. It's great to be with you.
Robbie, when did you come to Jeffreys Bay?
First came as a young kid in 1969. We made a surfing trip from Durban, and when we got here we were hot, dusty and tired and burnt out from the big city. And as we came over the mountains to Jeffreys Bay, it was just virgin bush. It was beautiful, it was quiet, and there was this majestic bay with seagulls flying across the bay. It was just shimmering in the hot sunlight, and the waves were beautiful. In fact, they were perfect. My friend said to me, "Robbie, let's hit it." We grabbed our 9'3" boards, we were out in the water straight away. Oh, wow. That was the beginning of my love affair with Jeffreys Bay. Yeah. And 50 years later, that love has grown more and more, so much so that I've written 6 books on the town, and we're currently published 2 newspapers on the Eastern Cape. Yeah. And on the area, and with interviews of people.
All right, so you really you're the man to talk to about this area. So we've been chatting a little bit about, the town hall fair, and you say that there really are 3 specific areas that are so noteworthy of the area. Quickly talk us through these.
Sure. At a certain point in time, Jeffreys Bay was dubbed the fastest growing town in South Africa. And I'd like to just tell you a little bit about these 3 main times. The first was in 1970, when the Trust Bank spent R1 million only and bought up the side of the mountain, the whole side of the mountain called Wavecrest. And they carved it up into roads with an infrastructure, street lights and waterworks, and started selling plots off. They simultaneously, on the beachfront area here, they flattened the sand dunes and started building high-rise flats, houses and apartments. This was the first main time of growth in the area. The second time was in 1995, when there was the beginnings of a boom, when suddenly people from all over South Africa realized just what a beautiful, relaxed little holiday town it was and is, and how it would be great to come and live here and to be able to have a place to relax from the stresses and strains of a high-powered job up in Joburg or in Cape Town, Durban, etc. And so we experienced a phenomenal period of growth in 1995, which peaked out in about 1998. Things went into a bit of a lull. And then in 2002, the big property developers realized just how much money there was to be made in the area. They came to the area and, excuse my French, started to rape the town. And what I mean by that is they swamped it with concrete. And suddenly, where it was just a beautiful, pristinely nature-orientated town, it was now suddenly swamped with masses of 3- and 4-story blocks of flats, houses, apartments, etc. And this is just the path of progress which happens worldwide. It can't be stopped. Yeah. This process carried on from about 2002 up until about 2006, 2007, where it again peaked out. And then, as we all know, in 2008, the giant recession hit us worldwide, which changed things, created problems for many people. And I think this is something that we want to address, the problems which are in the area, as well as the good, hazy picture of how wonderful things are.
So, at the end of the day, we've seen the town grow, we've seen it stabilize, we've now seen a slight decline. Just finally, and I know that you living here, you interacting with the community, what do you think needs to happen here? And what are the major issues affecting this particular area of South Africa?
Yes. Well, there are a large number of poorer people. It's great for the people with money in this town, but for the vast number of people who don't have much money, who struggle in very poor circumstances, there's definitely a need for more housing, better education, for help with simple things like water and electricity. Our last 2 municipalities have actually done a very good job. There's been a lot of criticism, but in actual fact, a lot of new houses have been built in the area, and there has been a large amount of good, positive social growth in the area.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Robbie, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for being our guest here on Morning Live. You still surfing?
Still surfing, been on the water for 50 years now.
Are these good surfing waves, these?
At the moment, this time of the year, this is the beginning of winter when the surf is not fantastic. Our main times come in July, and later on the program, people will be talking about the Winter Festival, which is coming in July, and that's a great time to come and visit. July. Cold, but fantastic.
I'll come and get my lessons then. All right. Thanks, Robbie. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's take a break here on Morning Live. As we say, Mothers of Heritage. They've got our soundtrack for this morning. We'll see you after this.